Hello everyone, welcome to the Bob Walsh Show. I am excited because we have an awesome episode lined up. But before we get started, I do want to mention the Bob Walsh Show closed Facebook group. We're going to be doing a lot of cool things featuring the city, doing Facebook Lives. We're going to be doing Facebook Lives with the show guests the day that the show's coming out. We're going to be doing giveaways with those Facebook Lives as well, playing fun games. So check it out. I don't want you to miss it. I'll put a link to the group in the post, so you're welcome to join us. Today we have Kevin with Creative Audio, Video, and Automation.
Hello.
And we are in your magnificent, what do we want to call it, showcase house?
Showcase house, yes.
So the showcase house is always available for people to come through and see smart home technology. So I'll have Kevin's information in the post as well. So after watching this episode, if it catches your interest, come check the stuff out. The house is absolutely amazing. So I really encourage you to get in touch with them if you're interested. So I figured it'd be good to have you on the show and kind of talk about what's available and what makes your product true smart home technology as opposed to maybe what you're seeing out there in some of the stores.
Sure, absolutely. So kind of the basics of smart home and to me is kind of collaborating several different systems into one application essentially. And what we kind of see at kind of the Home Depot, Lowe's type solutions where you can buy a Nest thermostat as an example, a Hue light bulb from Philips, a application on a garage door. What our system does is collaborate all that into one actual application.
Okay.
So what that really makes it is much easier when you're using these multiple apps, like a separate Nest app, a separate camera app, even a separate TV remote, or as you were mentioning earlier, the DirecTV Now app. You're really still bouncing between several different apps to do things. What we do is a system called Control4, which actually collaborates all of those systems into one. So now instead of bouncing between all of these, we have them all in one, in which we kind of saw here where we've got our different areas of audio, video, thermostats, lighting, security, and so forth. So, and the big thing with smart home, as I see, is making scenes. And as an example, we were talking scenes of home, away, good night, those types of things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, you had got a little bit bigger pad there, iPad, but as opposed to a cell phone, but
correct.
That your technology can be used on a cell phone.
Yeah, cell phone application on a cell phone, be it Android or Apple, on a tablet, or even some of these dedicated touchscreens. Okay.
Yep. Well, let's talk about some of the specific things you can do. Thermostat. Everyone's aware of the that's probably the most popular that I hear of anyway. Sure. You guys do the thermostat.
Yeah, absolutely. We do the thermostats, the lighting, the audio, video, and again, the benefit is one app to do it all. And I'll kind of go into some of those scenes. Does that make sense?
No, yeah.
So some of the popular scenes for my wife and I that we use are home, away, and goodnight scenes.
Okay.
As an example, every time we leave the house, we press one button.
Okay.
That button turns all of our lights off, all of our TVs off, all of our music off, arms the security system to the stay mode. In 10 minutes, if we forget to shut the garage doors, it shuts the garage doors for us. And all we press is one button that says away.
Okay.
So pretty cool.
Okay. No, it is.
One single interface. And that's the big thing. Again, one button, you don't have to think about it. With the thermostat side of things, for us too, being the winter time, we keep the house at about 74. When we leave the house, it takes it down to 70. So we're not burning all that energy when we leave.
Okay.
And that can be any time of day. If we're in and out of the house a bunch of times, home, away, so forth, it adjusts that for us. Okay.
Now the software itself that you use, app, whatever you want to call it, what ballpark price does the actual software goes that can integrate?
Sure. Actually, it's more of a box. Again, the brand being Control4, they integrate all this. You buy just a brain called a controller.
Okay.
Several different models. We start at $350.
Okay.
There's no reoccurring monthly fee. You just pay that $350 for that box.
Okay.
And then we start adding things. So you want to do a thermostat. We mentioned Nest earlier. Nest actually integrates with Control4.
Okay.
They do make their own thermostat too, but there's Nest, there's Ecobee, some of these other thermostats that integrate right with this system.
So if someone already has, there's a chance that a lot of people already have some smart home technology and they're looking to add and integrate the user interface, then you could kind of integrate what people already use.
Absolutely. You already have an Nest thermostat, you already have an Ecobee thermostat. We can now integrate this all into this one application. And again, the benefit is taking all this together, even audio video.
Okay.
And that's the big part where, again, Nest is a great product. They specialize in the thermostat. They have a few cameras, but they don't do anything with audio video.
Okay.
Through our system, you can also control your Sony TV, your Denon receiver, your Sonos system, your music. Again, all in one interface, which again makes smart home make sense.
Okay. My wife and I were every night before we go to bed, is the garage door shut? We were talking about every single night. And last night she goes, "Do you shut the garage door?" He said, "Yes." She goes, "You lock the door?" "Yes." "Are you sure?"
Are you sure?
I'm 99% sure. And our home's kind of a pain in the butt because you got to walk down 2 flights of steps to get to the garage, and when you're already half asleep, get ready for bed, it's kind of a pain in the butt. She would love the option. I love the garage door option. What was cool is you mentioned that you don't really need to buy or install a new garage door. You can you just add
a little module right to your existing garage door. You have a 20-year-old Craftsman garage door. We had a little wireless interface that goes right at the brain of the garage door, and it essentially opens and closes it for you and ties right into the system again.
Okay.
And again, the convenience, let's talk about going to bed. You hit good night.
Yeah.
So you don't have to worry about going into here finding, did I shut the garage door? No, you just hit good night. It shuts the garage, turns the lights off, locks the front door, arms the security system, turns all the lights in the house off, maybe except for the bedroom because you want those on when you go to bed, and just press good night. That's all you gotta do.
That's awesome. How much ballpark pricing as far as if someone wants to add that option to their garage door?
Garage door, a couple $100 usually, just in the parts, some wireless modules and some wiring and so forth.
Okay. And as far as lighting, you mentioned, that's a little bit trickier. Because it depends on the number of lights, and that's really hard to pinpoint. But
the right way to do it is we do switches, not light bulbs. Some of these other people just do screw-in light bulbs, but you have a room with 6 light bulbs.
Right.
You're replacing 6 bulbs.
Yeah.
Our system is switches. So you just take your existing light switch out,
So that's how it works. You're doing the switches.
Yeah, we're just doing the switch. So pull out the regular switch, put a control 4 switch in. Switches, $120 or so.
120 per switch?
Yeah, but again, you're doing 6-8 lights. You're not just doing one.
Of course. Yeah.
And then wiring stays the same. The communication from the switch back down to this $350 brain is wireless.
Okay.
So no running cables or switching things, and that's all you gotta do.
That's awesome. Okay. Any of the other, we covered some of the basics. I know I'm missing 1 or 2. What else do we have to?
Main categories, we kind of...
TV. I want to talk about that.
Sure.
TV. Again, what's really cool to me, the biggest value that this brings to the table is the fact that everything's consolidated, because everything we just talked about, you're dealing with a different app for each device if you don't have something consolidated, even TV. So at that point, we have internet TV. So we have, you're talking literally over 10, 15 apps just on what we talked about. What you have actually runs TV devices as well.
And this system, for example, is a Sony TV. It's got a Yamaha receiver, a DirecTV box, a Roku player for streaming like YouTube and those different things. All of our equipment too, as you see it's real clean, is all in the basement.
Okay.
So you can go on this unit here, just press a button that says watch, hit, let's say YouTube for example.
Yeah.
And just by pressing that button, it's turning this TV on, turning the receiver on, and going to go right to YouTube, and all you press is a button that says YouTube.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
Much easier.
So if you're watching this show on YouTube, that's how you can.
Right. Just one button takes you right.
But really cool. And it's not that I was excited about doing this show because it's forcing me to learn about smart home technology. Honestly, it might be intimidating hearing about this. Some people, I understand that, but it didn't take me really that much to figure out. It's pretty simple. It's a simplified process.
It is.
And that's the whole point of smart home technology. It's not to be complicated.
Exactly.
It's to make it simple.
It's not just doing a few switches. It's again collaborate in one interface. Again, I mentioned scenes, which makes it make sense. Again, it's fun to control a thermostat from an app, but what's it do for you? If again I hit one button when I go to bed, it just does it all for me.
For sure. And you also do alarm systems, security systems, that also, everything is literally controlled through this device. So
it's the same app, it's doing the security system. It's again, the good night button arms my security system, my away button arms my security system. And we find as a company, more people actually remember to arm and disarm their security system and use it.
Right.
Versus, people just running out of the house and forgetting. If you make that habit, when I go to bed, I press good night. When I leave the house, I press away. It's always going to shut every light off, every TV off, arms the security system, just because you have that habit of just pressing that one button.
Okay. And you have a crew that does
Yeah, us
the
as a company, we're a
installation,
full turnkey company, so
Yeah.
we sell the product, we sell the Sony TVs, we sell the receivers, we install security systems, we take care of the monitoring. We're a full turnkey company, so we'll handle everything from design, installation, service, get you the product, do it all.
Okay, and if someone's like really loyal to one specific product, or they just heard really good things and they're set on product, you can work with people.
Oh yeah,
as far as
we're a reseller, so we don't buy things from Best Buy and resell.
Right.
We're actually a full dealer, so we're an authorized Sony dealer. People be surprised, we actually sell TVs a little bit less than even Best Buy or Amazon does.
Okay.
And then, as I think we were talking about the other day, we even give you a free 2-year warranty when you buy a TV from us, and we put it in for you.
Okay.
So it makes us even better than those people.
Yeah.
So less money and better service, of course.
Well, good. Well, cool. That's really good stuff. I think that's a good introduction to what you do. We'll definitely do another episode to do some of the more sophisticated type of things. I guess you do some really cool things that I'm excited to highlight. I do want to mention, it's hard to show on the video, but the interface to this thing, I can understand it, which means it's easy to understand. It's self-explanatory. If I have an Apple, I have an iPhone, and it's simpler than that. I mean, it's just a TV. You click the TV, and then it leads you to the next thing. That it's all self-explanatory. So that's the real value in it. Is like you said before, you're going to use it. You're not just going to have it. You're going to use it because it's simple to use. If you're not going to be able to take advantage of it, or if it's complicated, then you're wasting your money. So
absolutely, yeah, you're spinning your wheels and buying things you're never going to use if it's hard to use.
Awesome. Well, thanks. I look forward to doing another show.
Absolutely.
And that concludes. I hope that helps you guys. Hope that doesn't confuse you too much or overwhelm you. If it did, you probably won't be watching by now anyway. So, but anyway, that concludes today's episode of the Bob Wall Show. Thank you so much for joining. Goodbye for now. I'll see you guys next week.